clearance or update on Brook in this time off for you?
Yeah, I think Brook is making progress, and Brook was able to do part of practice today for the first time with the group, so that's a good, another step in the right direction, and it's great to have him with the team.
I guess let's come back to that. Grayson, was he able to work?
Mm-hmm. He practiced.
Okay. DeAndre?
Yes.
Okay. And then George?
Yes.
Okay. So it seems like I don't think I'm missing anyone.
Wesley?
What? Yeah, I guess Wesley with the toe, yeah.
Yeah, he practiced.
Okay. So I would imagine in general that must feel really good that coming out of this break you had essentially an entire roster participating.
Yeah, I mean, I want to, be sure we're clear that
Sure.
Brook is, it's just it's a first,
Right.
or it's not a first, it's another step in a good path that he's on, but he's a ways.
I guess just for you, this night, like getting everyone back, first practice, kind of what's always your goal in mind in getting the guys back?
Getting them back, making sure flights land, and so on and so forth. But no, I mean it's I think tonight we a little bit of I think maybe fortunate scheduling. We don't play till Saturday, so tonight I think just move them around, shake it up a little bit, but not do too much, and ramp them up to Saturday, do a little bit more tomorrow, a little bit more contact, and hopefully take advantage of just walk the line of continue to get a little bit more rest, a little bit more recovery, while getting ready for Saturday and getting ready for the for the last 22.
Right before they left, Chris had mentioned the idea that you guys haven't had a ton of consistency this year because of injuries and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Just how big of a goal is that for you across these final 22 games to get some consistency? I know that might not always be how you approach the final quarter of a season, but is it any different this year?
No, I think we've dealt with our fair share of things, but I think it's good to step back and look at the whole league, and the whole league's dealt with a lot, and so. I think that we need to be more consistent in who's available, or in an ideal world, there's some more consistency to who's healthy and who's available, and and I think we need to be a little bit more consistent in our play and all of those things. But at the same time, I think this is a good group and a good place. Excited about getting back with them. Kind of understand, a lot of what you're referencing in the first 60 plus. Now we got to get ready for these last 20, and no matter who's playing, hopefully be getting better and getting ready for the playoffs.
The way the standings are in the East with the top 7 teams bunched together the way they are, does that impact your approach coming out of the break compared to maybe previous seasons when you were more or less locked into a spot?
Yeah, I think it would be, unfair to say that, there's not an understanding of the standings. I'm, probably on the end of the spectrum where that stuff doesn't matter. It's really just about how are we playing, what are we doing each day. But, I think more so than the last 3 years, and more so than I can remember just that grouping that you're referencing, to have 7 teams or 5 or 6. And I'm maybe forgetting it, but I don't remember a season where there's been that kind of grouping. And so again, to not be completely naive and head in the sand, we're aware of it.
How much does home court mean to you? Just understanding how close everybody is tied together, how important is home court in your mind?
Yeah, it's one of those great questions that we've all seen teams with home court advantage lose, and we've seen teams with home court advantage win. And we went through, a pretty, unique playoff experience last year with some home court advantage, and some series where we didn't. I mean, I'm just trying to do the math. I think 2 of the series we didn't, and so if you've been around the league a long time, you've seen teams do it a lot of different ways, and I don't want to undersell the importance of having home court and the different things that come with that. But I also, same as with the standings, I think it's just how are you playing to be a good team, to win at a high level in the playoffs. You got to be able to go on the road and win. So none of that changes based on where you're seated.
With Jevon, you kind of add another defensive kind of guard, and then DeAndre, someone you're pretty familiar with from Atlanta. Kind of, how do you see them filling in with all the other guards we have now with Grayson obviously coming back, and eventually to unpack them back?
Yeah, no, I mean, we're really excited about adding Jevon Carter. Here, I think literally just within the last couple hours it becomes official, and he got to practice with us, and then DeAndre Bembry, we were able to do that right before the break. I mean, those two guys, this defense stands out to us. We feel like they can come in and impact a game defensively. They can change things, take on tough matchups. The point of attack, Jevon on the ball can really be disruptive. And then offensively, I think they can, fit with our group and fit with our team. So, two really good pickups, we feel like, to kind of bolster the lineup. And, we'll just figure out how the guards fit and play together. And I think the depth is something that's a strength for us.
You talked about improving consistency down the rest of the regular season. Is there any specific area in which you feel you really need to improve heading into the postseason?
I think I always harp on defense. I think, where we are as a team defensively, we feel like we can be better and should be better and should be more consistent on that end of the court. And, taking care of the ball is something I feel like that's stood out a little bit. We need to, get good shots, take care of it, share it, play the right way, things like that. But we just got to play good basketball. I think it's kind of a generic thing, but we've done it in stretches. It's a group that's well put together, and just excited about these last 22 games.
Did the break kind of help you? I'm not sure how much you would adjust in terms of you're not going to change the whole system necessarily just because Brook isn't there, but with the break and now having a better idea of the personnel for the final 22, does that help you have a little time to kind of see what little tweaks you can make defensively?
I think you look at it, and I think to some degree we've been tweaking, we've been working, and I think coming out of the break, I don't know that we need to continue to do more. We just, I think, need to get better at what we're doing and continue with the variety. But you look at it, you talk about it, you think about it, and then sometimes the best thing is to just kind of stay the course. I think that's kind of more the mentality where we are defensively.
Does a break actually help guys like Serge and DeAndre who hey, this is our system, these are the things that we're going to do, can you send clips along, or is break and we'll hit as soon as you get back, and those are things you have to learn on the court?
Yeah, no, I think we err more on the side of, take a break, get away from it. I think the mental break is important, and those guys got a lot thrown at them. Serge has been for, 2 or 3 weeks, whatever it's been. For him to just kind of settle down and, just visit with him for a second, I think the break was good for him. And, DeAndre's different, but, really the same thing. Just, get back and, it's better in person, better with, somebody you can ask questions, have live interaction with, and that's how we handled it.
How about for you? You shut it down?
Yeah, I took a break. It was good.
Did you end up watching the skills challenge?
No, I did not watch the skills challenge. I know that somebody else won. Our guys didn't win. That's about the extent of my skills knowledge.
Do you prefer to have the full week off, or did you enjoy a couple of years ago when you were coaching the All-Star team?
Both. No, there's nothing like getting a break, and it's nice, for coaches to have a little bit of away time, and but the honor of being around, the great players of our league, and that weekend and the All-Star game. You got to soak those if you're fortunate enough and lucky enough to ever be there. Soak those up too.
I'm not sure if you watched on Sunday, but we've asked you a lot about Giannis over the years. But did you, if you did see it, have a moment when you see Giannis among the 75 greats, him standing around all those players like that? How special it was for you?
Yeah, amazing. I did not see any of it. I don't think we had that kind of reception for whatever reason. I didn't try that hard, but so I just reading a little bit about it, and then just the tone with which you asked the question. I'm excited for him, proud of him, amazed by him. To be at this stage of his career and be in the top 75 and be put in that type of group is. We're lucky to have him here in Milwaukee. So just trying to appreciate him and appreciate any of those honors that he receives.
Thanks, Wes.
All right, thanks.